Plec.
You gotta add it to your collection.
Love it. Thank you. All right. Caffeine is starting to kick in. It's gonna take 10 more, but it'll give it a go. Now, I have not met you guys, right?
I'm Jason from TVaholic.com.
How are you? Nice to meet you.
Hi, I'm Emily. I'm Clarissa from TV Overnight.
Hi, Chris. Hi.
Karina McKenzie. I'm Amory from My Take on TV.
Hi, sir.
Sorry, I'm Amory from My Take on TV.
Hi, hi. Hello, hello, hello.
Chris from Post Media News.
Nice to meet you.
Can you tell us how things are different this year with Kevin also working on Secret Circle?
Well, they're busier. Kevin is sleeping a lot less. I'm sleeping a little bit more because I am only on the Vampire Diaries. But other than that, everything's pretty much the same.
So, Jenna dying was such a big game changer last season. When you were going into season 2, did you know what was happening?
No, we didn't know. And we fought it amongst ourselves for a really long time before we actually made the decision to do it. And with any character that's in a series regular, it's always a hard decision because you're like, oh, I'm telling somebody that's part of our family that they don't have a job anymore. But with Jenna, it was feeling like there's so much that could still be explored with this character that we're not going to explore. And so the debate was really, really big and bold and violent. and I was the holdout. I was the lone holdout. And then finally I'm like, you know what? Yes, it's time. It's going to happen. Because people won't expect it. People, I don't think, would have expected that the character, I think that they would have thought that she would be there to the end. Doling out nice advice over, coffee and a cocktail. So we like to surprise people, and we like to take a road that people wouldn't anticipate. So that's how that happened.
And how hard is it, keeping things secret? When you want to surprise the audience, you want to give them what they want, but by the same token, they want to read it online.
Honest to God, it is so hard, and I am a big fan of television, and yet I never really want to know what's happening because I want to watch it. But I think I'm in the very vast minority there because I do think that the fandom, they want anything. My best friend will sit and hound me on the patio. She lives upstairs above me, and she'll say, "Okay, what's happening next?" I'm like, "I'm not gonna tell you. I need you to see it." She's like, I just have to know. You just have to tell me. I don't care. I don't want to wait. It's the I don't want to wait thing of the fandom that you want to give teases, you want to give them information, but one of the reasons people like our show is because we do things like kill series regular characters and take roads that nobody was expecting, and so I think we'd seem a lot less talented if we gave up more information. That's kind of my fear.
So can you give us a little bit of a tease of where
No, absolutely not. Yes.
Where are we starting off at? Is it,
Yeah, well, we're starting off a bit later than we left off. Kevin and I made a decision after season 1 when everything was left right hanging on the edge that we were going to pick up immediately to tell season 2, and we made the decision last year to make sure that we finished our storylines in the finale and then gave the audience a little tease at what was to come, and we're going to deliver on that tease. We've got Stefan with Klaus. When we come back, Stefan will not be in Mystic Falls, nor will Klaus. They will be not anywhere near Mystic Falls. But of course, Elena and Damon have been spending quite a lot of time trying to find out where they are. We'll be celebrating Elena's birthday. She's coming into her own age-wise. She's 18 now, and with that comes extra responsibilities and a more adult, as if Elena could get any more adult, poor thing, but a more adult perspective on her life and her responsibilities to Jeremy, and just as a young girl who's now growing into a woman. And then we've got poor Damon stuck in the role that he hates the most, which is God. I have to be the hero, this blows. But we'll get to see him have some fun trying to reject that in a very great Damon way. You know, he's not going to step into that role lightly. He's certainly not going to be Stefan. You know, I think he would rather eat glass than to have to be the saints in the situation. What else? And then we've got our mystery visitors from where and why and how, and Vicky and Anna. And we're not going to get that up right away. We're gonna be asking that question a little bit, but there is a little hint about it in the promo that we're showing today at the panel. So we're not going to be total jerks and not say anything.
Have you begun thinking about casting the original family yet?
Well, I have the dream cast, which includes Oscar winners and Emmy winners and Josh Jackson, who's otherwise occupied. Maybe, who knows? Actually, that's gonna be very exciting and fun when we get into that, because Joseph and Daniel Gillies have made a very vivid impression, and to add somebody into that family, they better be good. They better have some chops.
Given how prevalent vampire stories are now in pop culture, there's so much going on. Do you try to keep yourself away from that, or do you have to keep up with what the other guys are doing to make sure you don't go down?
Are you asking as I wear my Team Edward button? If I keep
I didn't even see. Oh, okay.
No, honestly, it's a funny question because we are both burdened by and completely elevated and helped by the popularity of other vampire shows. I think that and books and movies. Obviously, the very existence and success of Twilight made us work. It was also a big burden because certainly Kevin is a storyteller. Having done what he's done, and then me hitching along to his wagon. Didn't want to be like, oh, let's cash in on a vampire craze and make some cheesy ripoff. So our burden was very, very big at the beginning because the source material was so similar to make sure the show had a life of its own. True Blood is for us when we're breaking a story and we're very excited about it, and then we turn True Blood on a Sunday and they do it, and we have our little meltdowns and our panic attacks. So it's but I was saying over there that the fandom, the vampire fandom, strangely and wonderfully enough, often accepts all three with equal passion. As opposed to not being willing to let in another vampire into the internet. So thank God.
It seems like vampires are becoming more and more humanized and all these things. How do you strike that balance on the show, writing, humanizing these characters, but still showing that they are monsters?
We try not to hold back from it. Actually, somebody just asked me why we felt as storytellers that Damon was redeemable, and if we were worried that we would show a side of Stefan that wasn't redeemable, and I said, we're going to keep pushing it, and maybe we'll get to the point where the audience decides, well, you can no longer be the hero in my eyes. And if so, then that makes our jobs all that much harder to change their mind. And that's part of the fun of telling the story and, not holding back from seeing what these vampires struggle with, what Stefan especially is going to struggle with, in his own inability to control himself when he lets himself, gives himself over to the side of the monster that has no humanity and no remorse and no guilt. And we're going there.
Thank you very much, guys.
Thanks, guys.